Hey everybody,
I'm Zach.
I'm Michael.
We're two dudes who do reviews, and this is our review of Hobbs and Shaw, as well as the FYE brand energy drinks that we got earlier today.
So earlier you guys might have seen our review of the FYE exclusive snacks, like the Reptar bar, the Blue Eyes White Dragon bar, as well as the Poxies.
The Pocky.
Whatever. I will say 2 out of 3 of those were really good. The other one tastes like utter garbage. I'm sorry.
I mean, one was almost melted, so probably fresh out of the package would have been a lot better. If you guys want to get some information on that, watch the video that we had posted earlier. And if you want to try them for yourself, find your local FYE and get them yourself.
Yeah.
Warning, some of those products are actually a little on the pricier side.
As well as high on the sugary side, too.
Yeah, you might want to schedule a dentist appointment the next day because you'll feel it in your teeth. But let's get to the good part, the part you guys really like, our movie reviews.
So, Hobbs and Shaw, this is the first in the spin-off series of the Fast and the Furious. And I gotta say, for a spin-off film, it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
I mean, don't get us wrong, it's not anything perfect, but it was a lot better than initially expected. I honestly expected a half-assed, rushed, two dudes versus the world kind of movie.
Yeah.
And
I expected a run-of-the-mill buddy cop thing. Thankfully, it doesn't go that route. I mean, there's a lot of cliches. Trust me, there's a lot of cliches, but it doesn't go the route you think it'll go.
And that's honestly the thing that I liked about it. Like, yes, the movie is still filled with cliches. It's filled with your high-end expectations of what's going to come from a spin-off movie. But it does do something good. Like, a lot of the story is kind of choppy at times, in my opinion, because one minute it's one dude and his daughter chilling, talking, and then he's given pretty much a mission file, almost like Inspector Gadget style.
Yeah.
Another guy is less alcoholic James Bond, and then they just bicker at each other like an old married couple for a frickin' ever.
Hobbs and Shaw are like the quintessential argumentative married couple, I swear.
And don't get me wrong, their chemistry is hilarious. This movie did really well with getting their character chemistry going.
Those two together are just fantastic, especially when they bicker.
I will say, though, the forced morals that they give about teamwork and heart versus machines at the end.
And putting your trust in family.
It was kind of pointless. The movie was great in terms of the action, but then you get to the point where we have heart. You have machines. I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, I hear Tarzan saying this.
You wouldn't even hear that in Tarzan. Are you kidding me?
You may not hear it in Tarzan, but I can sure as hell see Tarzan saying it more than freaking Rock Johnson.
Oh yeah. I could definitely see every other film have these morals. And also, when it comes to the action, I will say, it is beyond stupid. It is so dang stupid, but it's
also so entertaining.
It's also so entertaining. See, we're like fish going for the bait. That's all it is.
The trailer bait with Dwayne holding the chain and pulling the helicopter in like he's Captain America in the MCU. And all the other supposedly epic shots, they held up to what the trailer gave us.
Yeah.
And some of the action was really great and fluent. And some of it was almost Jackie Chan level of comedy. Like in the very beginning, you've got, I believe it was Shaw. He took a champagne bottle, beat the crap out of 5 different people, looked at the bottle, no scratches, no dents, no cracks. He's like, you would have thought that would have broke by now. Dropping it to break it.
He just throws it on the ground, breaking it.
And it was like one of the best ways to make fun of a cliche, because every action star has to find the dumbest thing in the world to beat his enemies up with in the coolest way possible, but then he makes a joke about it like, damn, I thought you would have broken. And now you did break.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of jokes. Half of them work, half of them don't.
Well, and then let's not forget, Michael here helped us take notes.
I did take notes. Okay, the first few, I said Jumanji 2 looks great, Gemini Man looks alright, Rambo Last Blood.
That looks like it's going to be probably one of our next prominent reviews.
Yeah, it does look good. But funny thing, when we were watching it and that song.
Don't you dare even
playing
start
in the
singing it.
background,
I swear.
You got mad.
I hate that song with a passion. I hear it
Like,
all the time, and it has no point.
How's
it's
it
just
go?
some. I'm not even referencing it.
I'm
not
gonna
even
take my horse to the hotel road. I'm gonna
bad, Michael.
ride
Bad,
till I can't no more.
bad, Michael. No,
I got the
It's a-
horses in the back.
That's a bad Michael. No, that song. When that song was playing during the trailer, I'm like, all right, Rambo, you had me going. Now you've got me iffy. Then I saw the actual
I'm gonna
trailer
take
beyond the
my
music, and I'm
horse
like,
to
all
the
right,
hotel
now I'm
road.
hyped. Michael, I swear, I will end you, and I'll make it look like a bloody accident too.
You know you love me.
Do I?
Yes,
Do
you-
I really?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
We'll see by the end of this review.
Oh yeah. You'll probably kill me afterwards.
Now, the next one on here was about that movie 1917 with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
I-
looks pretty good for another war movie.
That looks all right.
Now, to get to the actual notes that we took for the movie Hobbs and Shaw, why a buddy cop cliche?
Why there's so many buddy cop cliches, like
Oh,
the constant arguing, like the simultaneous side-by-side shots of them doing the exact same thing.
Just slightly different locations. Literally,
Oh.
their houses in the beginning shots of the movie literally look like it's reskinned. Like they just filmed it in the same location, just different times. One looks a little bit more rundown, a little bit more like a suburban home that you would see a single father have. The other one looks like James Bond's house if he wasn't James Bond.
Yeah.
And then there is one scene that we questioned more than we thought we would. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sitting down with his character's daughter, having some breakfast in a diner.
And
Nothing seems wrong with that. They're just waiting for their food. She's doing homework. He's looking over all of her A's because she's passing all of her classes.
And of course, what happens? They bring out a stack of pancakes that tall.
And that's not to mention the other plates of food that he ordered for himself, and then his daughter's one plate of food that she can eat. Hinting at this man is somehow eating because his metabolism is just...
Yeah.
And it was...
Oh.
It was probably one of the dumbest food-based scenes I have seen in a movie in a long time.
And I've seen a lot of them. And also, I mean, we're going to go into a little bit of spoilers.
It's always going to be a little bit of spoiler territory.
Number one, why the heck is Ryan Reynolds in this film?
Yeah.
Why is he in this film?
I mean, don't get me wrong. He plays a great role in this movie, even though he's in it for what? Maybe a grand total of 5-10 minutes?
10 minutes tops.
But he's hilarious in it. He brings his role pretty damn well. Like, I mean, you know how we didn't expect him to do well as Detective Pikachu because he's Detective Pikachu? I honestly didn't know he was going to be in this movie, but I loved him. Every time he was on scene,
Yeah.
he just stole the film.
And let's not forget the other cameo.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. Oh,
Typically, he's a comedian after my own heart, but today,
Lord.
his cameo was good. He had a few quick laughs.
I mean, it's...
The movie, if he wasn't in the movie, you wouldn't have missed him. I mean, the same thing with Ryan Reynolds, but
Yeah.
it's Ryan Reynolds. You can't go without having him in your movie
it's
anymore.
a different thing because I've talked to Abby. Abby likes Ryan Reynolds. She can't stand Kevin Hart, and neither can I, really.
See, I love them both.
I love Ryan Reynolds, but Kevin Hart just wears on me sometimes.
See, I love them both. I really do.
Also, there's a lot of references to WWE if you are a fan of The Rock.
There's also a lot of just... I wouldn't technically say complete references to past films in the Fast and Furious franchise, but there's a few nods and Easter eggs in there. Granted, going into the spin-off film, I'm going to say now, I don't know everything there is to know about the franchise of Fast and the Furious.
Oh,
I remember the generic version of it where it's cars, loud music, over-sexualized women, and then it just somehow at some point turned into fast cars, big guns, muscular men,
and
sexualized women.
That started at Fast 5.
Yeah, see, I stopped watching by that point.
I know all about this franchise, and even I think it's starting to run out of gas a little bit.
But
and also, there's a scene where Idris Elba's character, who's the villain, is chasing after Hobbs and Shaw. He starts riding his bike on the brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's high-tech stuff, it's super high-tech, but seriously, this franchise is going way overboard with what they think they can do with technology.
Oh, don't forget, his literal tagline as being the villain, as seen in the trailers as well, is, "I'm Black Superman." That's his tagline as the villain of the film.
Yeah, he can't be Black James Bond, but I bet he can be Black Superman.
If he's gonna be Black Superman, put him in a freaking Superman movie. Let him legitimately be a Black Superman.
I'd see him be a Black Superman.
Because DC has already given us a Black Superman in the comic continuity. He's in a different universe. He's based on President Barack Obama. He is literally the president in that continuity. If you want to make Idris Elba be able to sit there and say, "I'm Black Superman," put a giant S on his chest, put him in the presidential seat, and there you freaking go.
Yeah.
You can literally get your own, like, even better DC universe on that, because that's one of the more popularized versions of Superman in DC's extended universe as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But to make your villain's tagline, "I'm Black Superman," it is by far one of the dumbest villain lines I have ever heard utter on the screen.
And we've heard a lot of them.
Hell, the 1995 Power Rangers movie was like, damn, that's dumb. And that's nothing but dumb, campy crap. And I'm a Power Rangers nerd.
Everybody knows Power Rangers is dumb, campy crap, and you watch it anyway.
Right, but I don't want to go see dumb, campy crap come from Idris Elba. I respect that man. I respect him as an actor.
So
I respect his craft. The last thing I want to hear him utter is some stupid line like, "I'm Black Superman."
Like, we do hear a lot of dumb stuff come from Dwayne Johnson
It's
in
just,
this.
oh, these guys.
That dude sometimes has a huge ego. Like, calls himself a well-endowed mountain of a man.
I mean, you can't chuck that one up to his own ego. You chuck that up to the writing.
Yeah.
There are times the writing feels weak, hence why it's kind of bleh.
Yeah.
The action is where probably the movie gets more of its prominent, better reviews, because when the action starts, it's not some
Like,
or it's fast-paced the entire time. Like, you're sitting there, you're thinking, oh, you're about to be punched, and the other guy's getting kicked while this guy's getting punched, and you're just like, oh! And then
we're gonna spaz out now.
And it's an intense ride from start to finish when the action gets going.
Yeah. I think pretty much the star of the movie is the action, really.
All the explosions and all that stuff. It's like Michael Bay's Transformers. They got you by the testicles, and what are they gonna do? They're gonna make sure they keep reeling you in for more.
They've milked this cow so much it's friggin' dead.
I wouldn't say it's dead. I would just say the thing's over there in the barn like, God!
That thing has no more milk left.
Just give me a day to recover from that one. Oh, holy moly! I mean, if I sat here with a whiteboard and scienced out some of their actual action scenes, some of the damage these people would take, we're going to fall into the same routine as most action flicks. These characters surviving the most unrealistically unsurvivable situations.
Oh, yeah.
Only to be standing up 2 seconds later like nothing frickin' happened.
Like in a friggin' hero pose like The Rock always does, or Jason Statham, like,
don't get me wrong, these guys are great. And in most movies they're in, they do pretty well.
Except Tooth Fairy, which I heard it's really bad.
Then we'll do that one later. But in this movie, again, spoilers. There is a helicopter. It comes crashing down. Idris Elba, he's going to stand right back up because of the fact that he's Black Superman.
Right.
Our two heroes, Hobbs and Shaw, what do they do after falling out of this exploding helicopter? They're going to show, oh, ow, that hurt a little bit. But what do they do when they see him standing? Hero pose in the rain.
They stand right back up and they're getting ready to do the mano a mano with Idris Elba. And I'm like, you guys know this is so dang dumb, but we're going to fall for it anyway.
It's one of those scenes where the women are probably sitting there like, ooh, sexy. I mean, we all know that's exactly what's happening, especially when you had all those shirtless men on scene.
Oh yeah,
They're all just sitting there like
Dwayne Johnson. Also Roman Reigns, who is also in WWE, is in this film.
Who was he playing?
He's playing one of the Samoans.
I was gonna say I missed that cameo.
He plays one of the Rock's siblings.
I was gonna say I would have noticed him.
Funny enough, they're actually cousins in real life.
I was gonna say I would have noticed him, but oh my god, which one was he?
He was the one that wore the sleeveless vest.
That's probably why I didn't pay attention to too many of the background characters. I was on.
There were so many Samoans in this film.
Oh my lord, so many.
I will say this: it made me want to travel to Samoa.
Yeah, it looked really pretty.
It looks beautiful.
The scenery in the movie was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Like, no matter what shot you had, it was beautiful scenery.
Yeah, except for that last shot where they're in the rain and they're fighting Elba.
Okay, but here's the thing about that. Like most action flicks that have to take the superhero turn, you have to have that final climactic battle in the rain because somebody has to either die or something tragic has to happen that would lead to either sequel baiting or just leaving it there to where it's like, oh, they've got an open universe.
Yeah,
like,
speaking of which, they sequel bait this freaking thing.
Yup. Mid-credit scene, it's somebody on the phone going, hey, Hobbs, I need ya. But then they derail it because it's all panicky. The virus you guys just fought for, we've got that sealed away.
But there's another one.
And it's like it melts your skin off, literally. It's like taking a kimono off in the hurricanes. Like, what? And then it's this little girl on the phone. It's like, daughter. Oh crap, can you get your dad? You two sound just alike. It's like speaking to a mirror.
Really?
And then they lead off onto the whole Game of Thrones thing, like that was still a big deal. Because they're like,
how is that even like remotely important?
Did you see that Game of Thrones ending? Did you? You did not. Oh, you're a liar. You watched the hell out of it. Blah, blah, blah. It's like,
yeah.
What was the big deal about the virus again that's like melting your skin off? Yeah, can you go back to that since that was what you were literally killing so many people for to get this phone call through?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ryan Reynolds, do you not know how to use your phone? Your words, good sir? But no!
Well, seeing as Ryan Reynolds, he probably doesn't. Because then again, he might come back to this film just to make another awesome joke in Deadpool 3.
Maybe.
Because I hear we're getting Deadpool 3 from him.
I can't wait.
So
Deadpool 3, I hope, is going to be better than Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 1. Because so far, those two movies are pretty high up on my favorite comedies. Because, surprising enough, Deadpool 2, just in my opinion, is a little bit better than Deadpool 1.
Well, that's because Marvel has been freaking saints with that franchise. Because they know how fans are going to react.
They're not just saints about it.
If it's not done well.
They're not just saints about it, though. It's like a love letter to Deadpool.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie is fine. It's a good action flick if you're wanting somebody just to go see some explosions.
It's a decent popcorn flick. That's really all it is.
It's a good way to get your adrenaline running if you really wanted.
If you want something that just turn your brain off, not think, just have a good time, this is the one for you.
In my opinion, the 67% on the Metacritic score, or the Rotten Tomatoes, I'd say it kind of warrants it.
Yeah.
It warrants the love that it's going to get.
Would I see it again? Probably not.
I was going to say the same thing.
But, I mean, I'm glad I saw it. I mean...
I was going to say,
it's another notch in the Fast and Furious universe.
And I mean, the way they ended it with the whole secret villain thing, I kind of like it. It sequel baits it. I may not see this one again.
Yeah.
But if they make a sequel to it, just because I personally feel invested in finding out who this villain is, I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what they do, because they reveal that this villain has some relationship to Hobbs. This villain that we had in the whole movie that Idris Elba played has a relationship of the past with Shaw. So it only makes sense. If you're going to do a crossover movie in technical terms that involves these two prominent characters of this one universe, you're going to take some of their big bads. And why not let them fight side by side, even if it means killing one off to keep weeding us through to be like, oh, Now I gotta see who this other villain really is.
Right.
It's pulling some high-tech Scooby-Doo BS on us.
Yeah, which is funny because I know we're getting Fast and Furious 9, 10, and 11, I think.
I hope you're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
I hope you're kidding.
I am not.
I hope you are.
I wish I was.
I pray he is.
Like, seriously, people, look it up. We are getting, like, 3 more Fast and Furious movies. I mean, Abby had that same reaction. She's like, oh, Lord. Uh-huh. Milk the cow till it's freaking dead.
I'm surprised it's not.
That's what they're doing. It's
I'm surprised it's
dead
not.
like Paul Walker. I'm sorry. Too soon?
Not soon enough. Not soon enough.
Right. I really wish he was still with us.
I mean, I haven't seen most of the Fast and Furious movies, so
because now we got to deal with Vin Diesel, which.
I mean, either way, Vin Diesel is probably going to take over at one point or another. It's Vin
he already
Diesel.
has.
It's Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. It's already a thing. It's Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
But all in all, a good adrenaline flick. Something to turn your brain off to. Snack on some popcorn.
Just nothing I would go back to or even own.
Nah, it's not worth owning.
No.
But for what it is, it did well. I gotta say, it's pretty worth it.
Just don't think too much when you go see it.
You're gonna break your brain trying to get through those potholes.
Yeah. Your brain will be frying like an egg trying to figure out what the heck you're even watching.
Now, speaking of it being an adrenaline film,
yes,
we happen to have the 2 energy drinks we were talking about from FYE.
It is time. First one we have here is based on Dragon Ball Z, the Spirit Bomb.
And then we've got Liquid Rage, based on the Netflix anime Agretsuko.
And this one I have not seen. DBZ I have seen since I was a kid.
I'm really hoping you're not shaking those up before we open them.
I'm not shaking them up. I'm like...
All right. Oh, are we trying the Agretsuko first?
Oh, sorry.
I didn't know which one we were trying first.
No. We can just try that one first.
All right.
Try that one first.
All right, we're going to try the Spirit Bomb. So satisfying. That's ASMR right there.
He's got to be careful, though, because this has not been refrigerated.
Not at all. I'm quite terrified.
All right. Bottoms up.
I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of like a Sprite to me.
Yeah, it just tastes like Sprite.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's nothing I really personally say, but according to this, it's only about
160 calories.
Yeah.
With 150% on something. Oh, vitamin B.
It's also got 80% pantothenic acid. It's got vitamin B6, niacin, and potassium. But to balance out all that healthy stuff, it's got 40 grams of sugar, which is added to it. It's got 41 grams total of carbohydrates, and it's 160 milligrams of sodium.
Wow.
Which is added to it.
Oh, sorry.
So, right now, if you're wanting to get some salt in your body, you got this. If you want some sugar, you got this.
Yeah.
But, all in all, it's just like a 12-ounce Sprite with a fancy Goku label.
Yeah. It doesn't taste as sugary as Sprite, really.
No, it really doesn't. But also, at the same time, if you look at it, it's kind of like a purplish color when it's right there on the rim.
Oh, it's like a purplish.
I mean, it's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Alright, now let's try that Liquid Rage.
Yep, Liquid Rage.
I was cracking a joke earlier when we were looking at this in the store, that if I don't have the urge to go scream heavy death metal and karaoke, it ain't worth buying. I'm hoping I'm wrong.
And I pray to God that if we ever do karaoke night, like you and Ariel, me and Abby,
we're all drinking Liquid Rage.
Just never sing death metal, okay?
Oh, now I have to. The first song we do will be a direct reference, if the machine is good enough, to this anime. Because by then, he will have hopefully seen it.
I'll look at it. Alright, Slick, how is it?
It's a lot tangier than that one.
Tangy, huh?
It actually tastes almost like...
To be fair, neither of these are refrigerated, so we don't know what they're like cold.
The orange can, the Agretsuko one, tastes honestly a little bit more like a grapefruit or something.
This tastes like... I don't know, it tastes like an orange soda.
I can see that. It's nice and citrusy.
It's like, see, here's the picture of it. And it's an orange flavor.
Well, let's see, is there any way to tell if this talks about any flavor of some sort? Like... No. It says natural flavor, but it doesn't have on here exactly what flavor it's supposed to be. Honestly, to us, it tastes really citrusy, though. I would see myself drinking these actually pretty regularly, just for the fact, yeah. But, ooh, excuse me.
I actually kind of dig this one. I kind of dig the Spirit Bomb.
I like the Liquid Rage better. I've had Spirit Bomb before, nice and cold. It's not bad. It's really good when it's nice and cold. But this one, even being a little, like, room temperature in my car, a little warmer, honestly, I prefer it. Now, if these were refrigerated, I'm hoping I would still like Liquid Rage more just because it tastes a little bit more citrusy. But, you know what we should do?
What's that?
Besides obviously have, like, some sort of studio-esque area where we can record the next time we do food and reviews and such.
Yeah, because we actually plan on doing more of these, like, snacks and drinks.
Snacks.
Not just movies, TV, anime, or music.
I mean, we're clearly...
And if you want us to review a certain type of music, let us know in the comments below.
Like, if there's a specific song or a video for a song, put a link to it, because we may be somewhat tech-savvy, but we are very much so idiots when it comes to finding certain things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are.
But, like we've done with the polls before, we're trying to get it to where, as we go through, we can hopefully do this as a more of a regular thing.
Yeah.
But the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we can help reach big enough crowds to really be able to work with it. And honestly,
and thankfully, ever since we started this, I think we've reached over 500 people.
Something close to it, yeah. Which honestly is pretty impressive.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to us ramble and give our opinions on stuff.
Especially since it's not like we're, you know, degree holding movie critics or anything. We're just a couple of random guys trying to have a little bit of fun. Mm-hmm. And I mean, hopefully, one thing I would like to do with this, if we got the big enough following and was able to do something with it, I would honestly like to make it to where we could do more reviews and possibly even just branch out from reviews and do stuff like, I don't know, maybe sketches or just creating content that isn't us speaking directly to a camera. Because we've wanted to do different things like podcasts of different things and all sorts of stuff.
I've been wanting to do podcasts with you and possibly... Because I know how much of a hilarious guy you are, and I would love to do comedy sketches with you.
I mean, if we had the chance to, I mean, I've already got some sketches in mind. Our normal day-to-day routine is just filled with chances to be comedians, but
heck, some of these sketches might take a jab at pop culture, some at film, some at current events.
But the only way we're gonna get there is if you, our viewers, help us get there. Now, what I think we're probably going to start doing is seeing if we can't re-upload these videos of ours onto YouTube at a later time to see if we can't do that and try to see if we can't use both platforms to our advantage at the same time.
Yeah, because talking to Joshua Faulkner and because his YouTube channel is really good. By the way, Joshua, if you're watching, man, we're a fan of your stuff.
And like we've talked to him about doing collaborations. We've talked to him about just doing different things. And I mean, if you guys want to see different stuff from us, let us know, because we do want to work on making this more than just two dudes rambling every so often about whatever.
Like, we want to branch out.
Yeah, we would love to be able to make this something that you guys can tune into, get a good laugh, have some good vibes, and be like, oh, all right. Now, granted, we're not going to be like a source of perfect information. So whatever stuff we say is either going to be just personal opinion or a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing to take super seriously nor to heart.
It's something that you guys can have fun with, and also maybe it'll inspire you to start your own channel or like give your opinion on something.
I mean, all we want to do is see the world change. Like through that entire movie, there was one thing that Moral kept talking about: having heart, having trust, and having faith in people and family. Well, that's something we want to do with this. We want to be able to help people have a community, have a place where they can feel safe, have a place where they can feel like they can relax.
Yeah, a community where people can bond over certain things.
Right, like
not be judged for liking certain things.
Exactly. Now, I mean, is that going to happen right away? No. It's going to take something that we want to work towards. But the only way we can do it is with your guys' help. Because we're just two guys.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a lot of time, money, or resources to do a lot of this stuff.
Like, we're not Stone Growing Productions or Channel Awesome or
any of those big YouTubers who do like different reviews or even different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, could we get that big?
Maybe.
There's a chance.
I mean, I believe there's a chance if you guys will have enough faith in us and help us grow. Hey, Jay Webster.
Good to see ya.
Dude, it's been so long, bro. We miss you.
But as we were saying, we just want this to grow. And the only way we can do that is with your guys' help. Liking, commenting, and sharing our stuff here on Facebook and getting the word out helps bring people to us. And if we can get even just a slight bit bigger, we can possibly create that kind of community. Because like we've said, we want to branch out more than just movies and TV shows.
Yeah, more than just two guys talking about things in a car.
Exactly. Now, are we always going to be in a car? No.
Not always, but a majority of the time. But I think sooner than later we're going to have a studio. We're going to get a studio.
We would like to. That'd be pretty expensive, but we would like to do that at some point.
Yeah, like some point down the road.
Because, like we said, we would love to sit down and be able to write sketches. Or even just, like we said with the podcast, use that to kind of have an impromptu moment. A moment for us to get to know you as the fans of our media. But also, at the same time, use social media to get to know you as our fans. So that way we know what you guys would want to see. And that way we can help each other out. Because we want to create content that people want to watch or want to listen to, depending on the platform.
Like, we want to create things that make people happy or make them smile and make them realize, hey, I didn't think of it this way before.
And possibly strike a fire in someone's heart to do something great. But the harder we try, we gotta experiment a little bit more. So if you guys are willing to stick through it with us and help us grow as we do some experimentations, we would really like to get big enough to have a studio, big enough to have a chance where we could make this almost like a regular thing.
Yeah, like if we're lucky, we might even reach have over 1,000 likes or
right. Like what we would like to do, and when we set it up, we'll make sure to link it on our Facebook page. But we would like to eventually get this stuff going with YouTube where we can upload our content there as well.
Yeah.
We would also like to be able to do stuff where, if we do get the chance to work on it, do different podcasts on stuff on SoundCloud and Spotify, and be able to just do different things with that. Like, one of my personal hobbies is writing. I love to tell stories. I love to do different things with storytelling. And if we got big enough, I would love to be able to take some of the stuff that we do, and even just different ideas that I've had in my head forever, and create either a bunch of short stories all compiled in like a novel, or write a legitimate novel, and that way people have a chance to get to know a different view of the creativeness that I have, because that can help inspire you guys to do something great. Like, I love horror because I see a different aspect to it than just blood and guts and a little bit of nudity depending on the film franchise. There's always something different there. And the way some of these movies set up their own plots, it's a chance to see what could be with different types of characters, different types of profiles, and how things roll.
And like me, my personal favorite thing, because it's my job, and also I love it, is videography. I love making videos. I've made short films. I've made slideshows, and people all around the area say how much they love my work, and I want to use that to inspire you guys to go forward with whatever it is you want to do, whether it's writing like Zach, or videography, or even going on to film school. You want to make your own film, you want to tell your own story.
And honestly, we would love to work with different people. I have a friend who's wanting to get into the music business, a couple of them, and if you guys helped us grow, we can get them out here and actually get them to the point to where their music can reach you folks. Because some of them you might know. MJ Rose and Double X Dex, I'm friends with them. I know them. I know their music, and their music comes from a place in their heart, generally, more or less, depending on the track. And they are working hard right now to create new music and to find a way to strike new fire and passion into what they do. And that's what's helped me come to this point, to be able to sit down with Michael here and do something like this. It's because I saw the fire and the passion in their eyes. I felt the flames of their own energy come from them, because what they do is such a big deal to them. It is a big part of who they are. And like right now, I'm going to school to be a medical assistant. I would love to be able to inspire people, whether it's what I'm doing now in terms of schooling, or whether it's what we want to do as we get older and as we discover more things about ourselves as people and as a whole. Now, not all this is going to be a one-night thing.
It's going to take a long time.
It is. It's going to take a while, but we're not just two dudes doing reviews.
Even though that's what the name is, we're much more than that.
We want to be people that you can see and relate to. We want you to know who we are on the inside and out.
Because on the inside, we are fans. We are big fans of media.
We are, in most general terms, if we're going to generalize it, we are geeks of the 21st century.
We are.
And we want to be not necessarily everyone's voice, but the voice of a community. We want to be able to be there with a community of people and be able to open doorways to conversations, to connections, and help people harbor their love in a way that allows them to express it. And the only way we're going to get that far is if you guys help us. So, for those of you who do tune in, for those of you who do watch us, whether it's on our regular basis of uploads, whether it's just going back and watching us when you've got time.
And for those who have been with us since the beginning.
Which may not have been very long ago, but we thank you all the same. From the bottom of our hearts, we love being able to sit here, crack these jokes, and give honest opinions on these movies. Like, yeah, we may not be someone's favorite reviewers.
We're not film critics, you guys. We are just people who love this art form.
And we're people who want to see it grow and eventually create our own version of it. Because there are big names all over YouTube and Vimeo and stuff working on it and creating their own content. And with the stuff that I want to write, yeah, I love comedy because I follow the same philosophy of comedy comes from suffering. Some form of suffering leads to great comedy because it can also be a powerful tool for learning. But I also love my fair share of superhero flicks. I love me a good tear-jerking, thought-provoking drama. I love a good horror movie when it has a good chance to show something to me.
And I love a good, heart-pumping thriller.
Oh.
That not only gets the adrenaline going, but also makes me think.
Right. Like, the next movie I would love to review in terms of the thriller genre is that new Jordan Peele-directed Us. Because I have heard great things about that movie. And I have heard some really great theories on what the movie means in terms of a deeper meaning. But I want to be able to do it in a different way. Not necessarily like most critics online, because none of us could ever be like the nostalgia critic or cinema snob, but we want to be able to put our spin on it.
Or people that a lot of our fans don't know, like people like Chris Stuckman or the Angry Video Game Nerd, or all of these guys are like inspirations to us, and we're never gonna reach them.
But something we would like to do with the help of you, our viewers, is bring together a family. Like in Hobbs and Shaw, one of the biggest things they hit on was the family. And the final climactic battle involved family. Well, we want to be able to stand with you people at different conventions, in public, and even as we do these reviews and different kinds of videos.
Even in Fathom events.
Yeah, exactly. We would love to be able to see you guys and know you by just seeing you walk in the room and be just as close as if we were family.
Mm-hmm.
And
for those of you who have ever came up to us and said, I love what you're doing with Facebook and your reviews, it just puts a smile on my face. It's a warm thing. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling we get because
and
I know you have gotten this, so it really means the world to us. It just means the friggin' world to us.
And a lot of people will say stuff like this because it gets people all fuzzy in the heart, but we mean it because we started this for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we still do it for fun. But at some point we would like to possibly make this, if possible, a career. I love to make people laugh. I love to give people thought-provoking things. In high school, my name was Mama Watson because I would be the gentle touch that someone needed, or I'd bring the hammer down on them if they needed it.
Yeah.
In college, for the year I was able to afford, I was known on the campus as Grandma Watson because I always had sweets in my room. I did the same thing I did as Mama Watson. I was there for people, and I would either give them the gentle touch they needed when they were really sad and needed a boost, or depending on the situation, I'd let them cry it out. Then I'd bring the hammer down and tell them to suck it up and get back on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, us as just some content creators, we're at the stages where we're just learning to crawl. With your guys' help, though, we're hoping to be walking and possibly running within a year or two. And we would like you to be a part of that growth. We would like to have you be there to see us. Some of you are here now watching us grow from two dudes sitting in a car in a parking lot reviewing stuff on live Facebook.
And who knows what this thing will grow into.
If it does grow into something grand and we can make this a career and make you guys laugh and make you feel something wonderful, then we're doing something right. But if it stays like this for a while and you guys enjoy it, hey, it's whatever. Either way, as long as we can make you guys laugh, as long as we make you guys feel something, we're doing something right. And honestly, I think this movie kind of brought that on with us. This really struck a chord with us in a way that I guess we didn't realize.
I never thought I would get that out of something like Hobbs and Shaw.
I mean, it could also be because instead of being raged out by liquid rage, I'm actually pretty calm and chill.
Yeah. You call this spirit bomb.
Maybe we did have an actual spirit bomb.
Maybe you just had the spiritual growth when it comes to our channel.
I mean, right now these are just some thoughts we've had. And these are still going to be discussions that we have later on. But we're planning on growing. Mm-hmm. And we're going to work hard on making sure that as we grow, you guys are right there with us. And if we do get a chance to create skits and stuff, don't think it's going to be like high quality stuff at first. We're going to be starting from the bare minimum. Like you might get some bad phone level quality.
Yeah, you'll get some bad stuff.
And
but I feel that'll also lead to a diamond in the rough.
Exactly. Right now we're just working on making sure we got what we can, and honestly, something I think we ought to do at some point or another as we go through and grow, we might start doing separate small review videos, just like we did those small review posts before, like I did with that Saranzanmai anime and some movies we've seen.
Yeah.
We might start doing those as separate videos as well, just because it'll give us a personal moment to be able to address the channel and how we feel, just like we do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it'll also give us a chance to have more content to get to you guys faster.
Yeah, because believe it or not, we're not going to be able to do this every single day.
No. We're not going to be able to do this every week,
but the times we do, it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun and some of the best times of my life.
And it'll be the same here. And like we said, we want this to grow into something grand. If not, then alright. We at least had some fun. But by golly, we're gonna try.
We're gonna make this thing grow.
And we're wanting to make something grand. And whether you laugh, whether you cry, whether you jump out of your skin,
or just sit back and just go, what are these guys smoking?
then at least we're doing something grand. We're doing something right. And for that, we thank you as viewers of this channel. Whether you're new
or you've been with us since day one.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And we can't wait to see what we can do.
And we're gonna try our best to make all of you proud.
And with that being said, I'm Zach.
And I'm Michael.
And we're two dudes who do reviews. And we'll see you soon.
Have a good night.